This is a video on how to find the percent of a number. You can also do an example of finding the percent of a purchase given a dollar amount and a percentage. The first thing you need to do is take a look at your percent and change it to the decimal version. So here we have 53%. And the decimal, which is not shown, is right beyond the 3. We move the decimal 2 places, and the decimal equivalent of 53% is 0.53. We change the word of to be multiplication, and the 174 stays the same. So we basically are doing multiplication when we do percent. We're just multiplying by the decimal version instead of the percentage. So we need to do 174 times 0.53 or vice versa. And if you already know how to multiply by a decimal, it's very much like multiplying by whole numbers, except you have to find the right place for the decimal. So we're going to simply multiply the 3 times each of the values in the 174, and that's going to go in this line here. So I'll do that in purple. So the 3 times the 4 is 12, carry the 1. 3 times the 7 is 21, plus 1 is 22, carry the 2 from the 20. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. So I've multiplied the 3. So I'm done with the 3. And I'm going to need a place value for that 3. And that's where that 0 is coming from. Then I'm going to multiply by the 5. 5 times each of the numbers in that top row. So since I've already started with the black on that line, I'm going to do black. 5 times 4 is 20. Take the 0, carry the 2. 5 times 7 is 35. Plus 2 is 37. Carry the 3. Notice I'm overwriting the other old carryover numbers. 5 times 1 is 5. Plus 3 is 8. I've done my multiplication. Now I take the results, making sure that they are lined up perfectly. And I add straight down. 2 plus 0 is 2. 2 plus 0 is 2. 5 plus 7 is 12. Take the 2 down, carry the 1. 1 plus 8 is 9. So I have the digits of my answer. I go back to my 2 values, and I see that there are 0 decimal places in the 174, and there are 2 decimal places in the 53. So my answer will have 2 decimal places. So that would be right in the middle here. So the answer here is 92.20 or 92.2. And if you think about it, half is 50%. So 50% of something close to 180 would be about 90. So I'm pretty happy with that answer. Okay, I always try to use estimation to see if my answer makes sense. And I'm quite confident that 53% of something is really close to half of it, a little bit bigger than half of it. So I like that answer. When we look at a percentage of a monetary purchase, we're going to do the same thing. So 6% is 0.06 as a decimal. Again, just taking the decimal that you can't see and moving it 2 places, therefore adding a 0 in front of the 6. And we're going to multiply that by 24.99. So 24.99 times 0.06. This one I'm only going to need 1 row because of that 0. I don't need to multiply by 0 because it will just give me 0. So I'm going to do 6 times the 9, which is 54. 6 times 9 again, which is 54, plus 5 is 59. Carry the 5. 6 times 4 is 24, plus 5 is 29. Carry the 2. 2 times the 6 is 12, plus 2 is 14. So I have all my digits. Here's a decimal here, here's a decimal here. So on the top number I have 2. On the bottom number I have 2. So I really have 1, 2, 3, 4. So from the right here, I'm going to go put 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places in for this number, and that's how I get my answer. Now this is interesting because it's money, and the exact amount is 1.4994. But if it's money, we're going to round to the nearest penny, which is in the hundredths place. The 9 here rounds this 9 up to a 0, carrying over the 1. So this is actually $1.50 in tax. You can also do something similar with discounts, and also do like multiple rounds of discounts to get percentages of percentages. And but that's a video for another time.